In terms of why utilities should join LS Bud, it's predominantly because of safety. It's about getting their information to as many people as possible. Members always get more searches with us. And interestingly, some of the reasons why some members don't talk to us is that we go to them and say, we ask them how many people they're speaking to, and we tell them how many we're speaking to in their area. And sometimes there's absolute disbelief on the numbers. So we've seen numbers from 40% for the big networks to over 3,000%. And that gap is huge. You know, it's a safety gap, because if they're not getting to as many people as they need to, their assets are at risk every single day.
The best thing for us is getting the amount of hits from actual utility providers and making sure that they're seeing our service, and it's helped massively because the diversion requests that we've had now have actually gone up significant amount compared to what we had beforehand.
So I think we've got 16 times more search inquiries going on in the last couple of years since we've joined LS Bud.
We're finding now that we're producing a lot more plans, we're doing a lot more site visits before any work goes ahead on our network. So we're hopefully at the end of the year we're going to see a reduction in our damages based on us switching over to line search on the basis that we have a greater visibility now of the work that's being undertaken around our network.
LS Bud service has grown considerably with the members. We see the data, we see the feedback, we see the number of inquiries. We have monthly meetings to inquire on the detail and work the details around those numbers. So it's all full of positives.
Our number of inquiries across all pressure ranges has increased hugely. We've gone from a few thousand to tens of thousands within the blink of an eye, basically. So all of those numbers of inquiries are obviously a challenge for us to process, but every one is important because it makes sure that we're doing what we have to do to protect our assets and make sure that everything is carried out safely.
We hadn't had any diversion requests before our online search. We're now up to about 30 or 40 since we started using the service. Effectively, if someone was putting in a new road and they were going to be affecting our cable, they wouldn't have let us know because they didn't necessarily know we were there until they hit us. But now, and at that point, we would have to pay for that. We would have to pay for the return because we didn't tell them our service was there. So now that they can see our service is there, they tell us 6 months beforehand. We organise for the cable to be diverted so that we don't have any customer outages. And then also they will pay us for the service of how much it's going to cost as part of their project.
Well, we identified that there was a gap in the market for us to get our plans, all of our safety advice and information out there to a market that possibly weren't able to tap into previously. We were aware that these searches were being done, but because we weren't a member of LS Bud, we were only appearing as an option for people to contact us. So this is a way for us now to ensure that our plans are being issued to all the people that are doing the searches, so they get our information instantly, 24 hours a day.
What we've found is the more asset owners in one place, the better it is. And there's no better example than looking at Kent, where we had about 6,000 searches every quarter. And since the gas and the electricity companies have come on board in that area, those numbers have tripled and more over 2 years, which means that not only are they getting more information about people working there, their assets, but the other asset owners that are in that region, the high-pressure fuel, the telecoms, the disparate networks, they're all benefiting from that collaborative approach. And the people working are working safer because they get more information in one place.